I'm particularly a fan of architecture, actually, historic. Some of the colonial stuff around New Zealand and more broadly. Some of the landscapes, of particularly the places where I was brought up in, the stuff that really brings back great memories. I love that as well.
I mean, I'm no art aficionado, but when I see pieces that I like, I really enjoy it. It always makes me curious thinking about, what's the message that the artist is trying to get across, or, what has inspired them to create what they have.
I love how art reminds you that there are so many clever people in the world who can think of so many clever things, and I think that is really stimulating and inspirational.
I particularly do like the idea that it displays a certain concept or certain events, or it raises concerns to certain issues, or it's just there to be enjoyed as well.
I get intrigued by art. I want to know what was the artist thinking when they developed their piece.
I think it's just a really good way of anchoring us to the city. I think it's great to be back in the city, and it's great to take the kids into that part of town and show them something different.
Think about the work that's been put into it and the amount of talent behind it, the hours and the pain that I think often has gone into creating it.
I think we've been living outside of the city, cafes and bars and restaurants, and limited opportunities to look at art. It's going to be great to have a city centre with art on display.
What I like about art really is it's a completely individual thing, and that people take different things out of different pieces of art. I think it's the individual interpretation of it, and there's no right or wrong, so you either you like something or you don't.
But certainly something I really appreciate. My wife's an architect, so she's got a real passion for the visual.
When I go visit museums, I tend to spend a long time in the sculpture area, where you look at the pots and ceramics of that period of time.
For me, art, all the different shapes and forms that art can take, different textures, sculpture and there's paintings, those sorts of things.
So I'm not a creative person, but I enjoy art because it makes me to stop and think. What is it that the person that's created the art is telling me?
I love art. I think it's really important for a city, and I think particularly in Christchurch, we've had a lot going on in the last 5 years, and art has been something that's really connected the community to what is happening with the rebuild.